Hello everyone, welcome you all. So in this session, we are going to see the simplified understanding procedure of Thevenin's theorem. So before entering into the applying a Thevenin's theorem, so let us find where we can apply this Thevenin's theorem. That means the application of Thevenin's theorem. So normally the application of Thevenin's theorem is given for a complex circuits. So let us consider it is generally applied to the complex circuits. So which is having more number of sources and complex circuits. So let us consider this complex circuit. So I can call this why it is a complex circuit having a two sources and number of resistors connected in series. So such circuits will apply Thevenin's theorem. So in complex circuits we will apply the Thevenin's theorem to make it your circuit which is more simplified way. Now the second point you have to understand during the application. So by using a Thevenin's theorem, you can find the response or you can find the output in only one branch, that is the load resistance. Suppose you have the four resistors connected here. So in these four resistors, by using Thevenin's theorem, I can find out the current power in only one resistor. I can call that is a load resistor. Either you can consider the 20 ohm resistor to find out your current, or 10 ohm resistor you can find out the current, or 10 ohm resistor here, or 5 ohm resistor here. So in this suppose in this example problem you can consider by using Thevenin's theorem I can find out the IL only in 20 ohms if you consider this is the load resistance. 20 ohms is the load resistance. Otherwise you can consider this 10 ohm is the load resistor. This 10 ohm is the load resistor and you can find out the current in this 10 ohm. So that means that by using a Thevenin's theorem, I can find out the current or the power in specific point or the specific branch. So we can find out the response in specific branch. Of the circuit. The first point is, so the Thevenin's theorem is applied to the complex circuit to make it more simplified way. The second one, the Thevenin's theorem is used to find out the response in only one branch among all the branches given in your circuit. So this is the first basic understanding. For in this condition, we can apply the Thevenin's theorem. In a simplified manner, you can find out the response of the circuit given circuit. Right? Now, so let us find out how to apply Thevenin's theorem. Right? So very easily understanding Thevenin's theorem procedure. So there are 5 steps to apply Thevenin's theorem. So I'll start with step 1. So what is the step 1? So let us consider the same circuit. So we have to consider the circuit and I want to find out the current in 20 ohm resistor. I can call this is the load IL current and this will be called as a load resistance. Whichever the response you want to find out, that resistance is called to be a load resistance. So I'm just denoting that is a load resistor RL and the current flowing to that resistor is IL. So by using a Thevenin's theorem in a simplified manner, I want to find out the current in the 20 ohm resistor. For this, so what is the step 1? So in step 1, just remove the load resistance. Remove the load resistance RL. Remove the load resistance RL from the circuit. So this is the first step. So first of all, whatever the load resistance you have considered, you have to remove that load resistance from the circuit. So just I'm just redrawing the circuit again after removing that one. So your source 20 volts and you have the resistance of 5 ohms and resistance of 10 ohms and again resistance of 10 ohms. This is 5 ohms, this is 10 ohms, and this is 10 ohms, and you have the current source 4 amperes You have the current source of 4 amperes. Now here I have to remove the load resistance. So the load resistance branch RL is removed, AB. So this is your load resistance. This is the first step. So when you want to apply the Thevenin's theorem, first whichever the branch you are considered as a load resistance, so remove that branch from the circuit. So in the step 1, for the given circuit, I just remove the 20 ohms resistor RL from the given circuit. That's the step 1. Now move to step 2. So by after removing this one, what is the step 2? Step 2. Now in the step 2, calculate the VTH. This is called Thevenin's equivalent voltage. Thevenin's equivalent voltage at terminals A and B. Thevenin's equivalent voltage at terminals A and B. So what is the meaning of step 2? So suppose if you want to see here at this point if you see from the outside of the circuit, so there will be a voltage between the A and B due to the other circuit connected in the given circuit. So what if you measure this voltage by using a voltmeter, so you will get a voltage. That voltage is nothing but a VTH, right? So the open circuit voltage you can find out. So that voltage, by measuring the voltage at the terminals A and B, a simple voltmeter, so then whatever the voltage you are getting, that voltage is called Thevenin's equivalent voltage at terminals A and B. So that is the calculation of VTH by using your normal voltmeter you can. Or so by using a theoretical calculation, how you can calculate? So simple way you can redraw the circuit. You can redraw the circuit again. 5 ohms, 10 ohms, 10 ohms again, and a current source of 4 amperes. Terminals A and B. This is 4 amperes current source, 10 ohms and 5 ohms, 10 ohms and 20 ohms. So by normal method, either by applying a KVL, KCL or any other method of our electrical engineering, so if we could find out the VTH value here, so VTH value, so that is the theoretical procedure. This will be called as your Thevenin's equivalent voltage. So that is the step number 2. First step is just remove the load resistance from the circuit, and step 2, calculate the Thevenin's equivalent voltage at the terminals A and B. That is nothing but your open circuit voltage at the terminal A and B. So either you can find out by using a voltmeter in practical, by connecting a voltmeter in practical, or in theoretical by applying a KVL or KCL or simple methodology, any methodology to find out the voltage between A and B. We can see in the example how to find out the VTH. That is the step 2. Now, so we'll see the step 3. So what is the step 3? So in step 3, calculate the equivalent resistance at terminals A and B. So that is called RTH. So your RTH is nothing but the Thevenin's equivalent resistance. So how you can find the Thevenin's equivalent resistance? So suppose see here in this circuit. So when you are seeing from this side, these two terminals offer some resistance due to the existing circuit connected in between the terminals A and B. Now, so we have to find out the equivalent resistance in between the terminals A and B. To find out the equivalent resistance, so I have to replace the circuit with the voltage source as a short circuit with their internal resistance. All the sources with their internal resistance, I have to replace the circuit. Suppose see here, this is your 5 ohm resistor, 10 ohm resistor, again 10 ohm resistor, and your voltage source is replaced with the short circuit because the internal resistance of the voltage circuit is 0, so that I can short circuit. For reference, you just go to the superposition theorem video. So there we have explained what is the internal resistance, which is given in the description. Your current source, normally your current source is replaced with open circuit. So when you have the current source, so that can be replaced with open circuit. Just your current source is replaced with the open circuit. So you replace your current source with open circuit. So here 4 amperes current source is replaced with open circuit. So I am just opening this one. Now this is your terminal A and B, and this is a 5 ohm resistor, and this is the 10 ohm resistor, the 10 ohm resistor. Now if you see from this side, so what is the value of resistance you are getting from terminal A and B? That is nothing but your Thevenin's equivalent resistance. So very easily you can find out 5 and 10 are in parallel, so which is connected to series. That is your Thevenin's equivalent resistance, RTH. So step one is remove the resistance load resistance from the circuit, and step 2 is finding the Thevenin's equivalent voltage at the terminals A and B, and step 3 finding the equivalent resistance, Thevenin's equivalent resistance at the terminals A and B by replacing their voltage sources which are there in the circuit with their internal resistances. Now we'll move to step 4. After step 4, draw the Thevenin's equivalent circuit. Thevenin's equivalent circuit. Draw the Thevenin's equivalent circuit and connect RL, load resistance R. So first of all, we'll see what is the Thevenin's equivalent circuit. So the Thevenin's equivalent circuit is a simple voltage source. That voltage source is nothing but your VTH value, which is calculated in step 2, VTH value, and in series with the internal resistance RTH value. Simple VTH and RTH. So this is nothing but your Thevenin's equivalent circuit. Which is having one voltage source. That voltage source is nothing but Thevenin's equivalent voltage, having in series with the resistance that is nothing but a Thevenin's equivalent resistance. And this is the terminal A and B. So draw the Thevenin's equivalent circuit. So in step number 2 we have found out the VTH, and we have in step number 3 we have found out the RTH. So draw the Thevenin's equivalent voltage just by simply connecting a VTH in series with the RTH. Now connect your RL value here. So what is the RL value which are disconnected from the first step? You again connect it here. RL value. This is at 20 ohms. 20 ohm RL value you can find out here. So then after connecting this one, so you can see the simple circuit. In first step you can see the complicated circuit. Your complicated circuit is simplified into very simplified manner. So a single source which is connected, 2 resistors connected in series. Now I can easily find out the current value in the RL very easily. A simple straight away by viewing the circuit I can easily write the current expression. So that is step 5. So what is the step 5? Step 5, finding the load current. Finding the load current IL. So how you can find out the current? I can simply KVL, you write the expression VTH by RTH plus RL. A simple KVL expression, if you write it, the load current is equals to IL is equals to VTH by RTH plus RL. So rather than simplifying your complex circuit, if you apply a Thevenin's theorem, your complex circuit is replaced with a simplified circuit like this, Thevenin's equivalent circuit, having a one voltage source and one resistance connected in series, and I can easily find out the load resistance IL. So your IL is equals to Thevenin's equivalent voltage VTH, which is found in step number 2, and RTH, which is found Thevenin's equivalent resistance, which is found in step number 3, and your IL value is equals to VTH by RTH plus. So whatever the load resistance you are considered, if you substitute that value, and directly I can get a current in the load resistance. So this is the simple procedure I can apply for a complex circuit. Whatever the circuit, you consider one resistance as a load resistance and apply the Thevenin's theorem procedure. Step 1, remove the load resistance, and step 2, find out the VTH, and step 3, find out the RTH, and step 4, draw the equivalent circuit like this, and step 5, easily just draw the current IL is equals to a standard equation, that is the VTH by RTH plus R. So this is the simple procedure to how to apply Thevenin's theorem. Now after understanding how to apply Thevenin's theorem, now we'll come back to our normal understanding of the statement. So Thevenin's theorem states that in any linear circuit, so as we know what are the different linear elements. So for a linear elements connected in the circuit, in any linear circuit containing a different sources, several resistances can be replaced with a one single source in series with a single resistance connected across the load. Now suppose see here, what is the understanding of this statement? Just understand. We'll see it. So this is the complex circuit, linear circuit, having a different several sources, source 1 and source 2, and different resistances connected in series and parallel combination. Now this complex circuit is replaced with, that means this circuit, whatever the complex circuit, if you have considered the 20 ohm resistor is your load resistance, this complete complex circuit is replaced with a box. I can call this is the box. We don't know. In general, this is the complex circuit. So in this complex circuit, having different sources, different resistance connected, but outside we have only two terminals, two-port network. I can call this a two-port network. Output you have only A and B, which is connected to the load resistance RL. A simple RL, that's it. So any complex circuit will be analyzed like this. So in this complex circuit, your complex circuit is replaced with the Thevenin's equivalent circuit. So what is the Thevenin's equivalent circuit? So you have one voltage source VTH, and you have the equivalent resistance connected with RTH. So this complex box is replaced with equivalent voltage source, and I can keep it in the box because this box is having a Thevenin's equivalent circuit, and I can connect a load resistance RL at the terminals A and B. So this is the simple Thevenin's theorem. Now from that I can write IL is equals to VTH divided with RTH plus R. VTH divided with RTH plus R. So this is the simple understanding of the statement of Thevenin's theorem.